Welcome to this edition of Ethical Sustainable Investment News and Analysis to Profit By. I'm Ron Robbins, an ethical investing pioneer for over 40 years, quoted in the Wall Street Journal, Market Watch, the Globe and Mail, and numerous other media, and founder of the highly respected global ethical sustainable investing information website, Investing for the Soul. And please listen to my disclaimer statement at the end of this podcast. Now enjoy this podcast. Hello, Ron Robbins here. Welcome to my podcast episode 91, published on October 7th, 2022, titled Best Healthcare, Green Energy and Infrastructure Stocks, and presented by Investing for the Soul. Investingforthesoul.com is your site for vital global ethical and sustainable investing mentoring, news, commentary, information, and resources. Remember that you can find a full transcript and links to content, including stock symbols and bonus material, on this episode's podcast page located at investingforthesoul.com/podcasts. Now, if any terms are unfamiliar to you, simply Google them. Also, just a reminder, I do not evaluate any of the stocks or funds mentioned in these podcasts, nor do I receive any compensation from anyone covered in these podcasts. Furthermore, I will reveal to you any personal investments I have in the investments mentioned herein. Additionally, quotes about individual companies are brief, so that I can get as many companies covered as possible in the time allowed. Please go to this podcast's webpage for links to the actual articles, where you'll find much more great company information. Now, almost all ethical and sustainable investors have healthcare stocks or funds. So I want to lead off with this article titled Healthcare Stocks, Reviewing the Best of the Industry. It's by Q.ai and appears on Forbes.com. Here are some quotes from the article on each of the recommended stocks. 1. United Health Group. United Health stock has been a solid performer with strong growth over the past 5 years. The company provides health insurance policies for consumers and is expanding to offer policies through the ACA marketplace in many states. 2. Cigna. Cigna is one of the oldest health insurance companies in the U.S. It was founded in 1792 and continues to operate using solid operating principles that enable it to survive and thrive as a company. Analysts agree this stock is currently undervalued. 3. Cardinal Health. Cardinal Health provides healthcare services across the U.S. and abroad. It seeks to provide affordable healthcare services. 4. Acadia Healthcare. Acadia Healthcare focuses on providing mental health care to patients across the country. The company is poised for growth as the emotional toll of the pandemic drove more people to seek out therapy in large numbers. 5. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. The company is famous for its monoclonal antibody treatment for COVID-19 and is engaged in further research to uncover more applications for the treatment. Its stock price shot up in the early days of the pandemic and has yet to lose significant value. 6. AstraZeneca. AstraZeneca is an international pharmaceutical company that makes drugs for the prescription and non-prescription markets. It manufactures the popular acid reflux medication Nexium and multiple medicines for the treatment of diabetes. AstraZeneca's focus on making medications for the long-term management of health care makes it an excellent stock to buy and hold. 7. Novartis. Novartis is an international pharmaceutical company that researches and manufactures medication for treating serious illnesses. The company has been underperforming in the healthcare sector, but is unlikely to go under anytime soon. 8. Bristol Myers Squibb. Bristol Myers Squibb is a US-based multinational pharmaceutical company that researches and manufactures medication for use at the prescription and over-the-counter levels. It's a Fortune 500 company, founded in 1887, and has shown its capability to be a medical innovation leader. 9. Abbott Laboratories. Abbott Laboratories is involved in developing and manufacturing medical devices, diagnostic tools, generic and branded medications, and nutritional products. 10. AbbVie. AbbVie split off from Abbott Laboratories in 2013 to focus on medical research. The company seeks to find ways to improve patients' lives through the use of pharmaceuticals in areas that include oncology, neuroscience, virology, women's health, and eye care. 11. Johnson & Johnson. Also known as J&J, is a well-known brand that produces a wide variety of healthcare products at the consumer and medical industry levels. The company has been in trouble for different issues. Despite these issues, the company has gained almost 35% over the past 5 years. 12. Pfizer. Pfizer made waves in the healthcare industry when it released its Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine to help control the spread of the virus. The stock has trended higher in the past 5 years. 13. Merck. Merck is a global pharmaceutical and healthcare company researching and producing human medications, biological therapies, vaccines, and animal health medications and products. 14. Novavax. Novavax is an American company that primarily produces vaccines for emergent and established viruses. It currently has an authorized COVID-19 vaccine and has multiple COVID-19 vaccines in various stages of clinical trials. It also has vaccines for Ebola, MERS, and SARS in clinical trials. 15. CVS. CVS is a retail pharmacy chain that operates the retail pharmacy chain, CVS. And CVS Caremark, which manages pharmacy benefits, health insurance provider Aetna, and owns multiple brands. 16. Teladoc Health. Teladoc Health engages in telemedicine and e-health services for patients unable to reach a physical healthcare location. Its stock price spiked throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, but has given up its gains since the beginning of 2021. End quotes. Continuing with the healthcare theme, we have this article titled 3 Biotech Stocks for Your October 2022 Watch List, which is found on streetinsider.com. Here are some quotes from the article on each stock. 1. Gilead Sciences, Inc. is a leading biopharmaceutical company that specializes in the development and commercialization of innovative medicines. an emphasis on HIV/AIDS, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C. 2. BioMarin Pharmaceuticals Inc. develops and commercializes innovative therapeutics for patients with serious and life-threatening rare genetic disorders. 3. Pfizer Inc. Yes, again. Pfizer's primary businesses are pharmaceuticals, biologics, and vaccines, consumer healthcare, and animal health. End quotes. Now we turn our attention back to familiar ground with this article titled 7 Top-Flight Green Energy Stocks for Investors Need to Know for 2022. It's again by Q.ai and also on Forbes.com. Now some quotes from the article. Quote, 1. Brookfield Renewable Partners, LP, generates electricity with hydroelectric, wind, solar, and biomass sources. The company has a globally diversified portfolio of renewable power assets. They're also investing in emerging future technologies like green hydrogen. 2. Tesla Inc. Tesla also has a proven track record, and the company has been generating substantial profit from its regulatory credits. 3. First Solar Inc. is one of the leading solar panel makers worldwide, manufactures thin-film solar panels. First Solar has been investing heavily to increase its solar panel manufacturing capabilities. 4. STEM Inc. STEM is a global leader when it comes to AI-enabled smart energy storage. 5. Plug Power Inc. provides an alternative energy technology by focusing on providing an end-to-end green hydrogen ecosystem, from production to storage. 6. Clearway Energy is one of the biggest operators and developers of clean energy in the U.S. The company is presently focused on solar and wind generation projects. 7. Next Era Energy. They are currently one of the largest wind and solar energy producers worldwide. They also announced a plan to eliminate carbon emissions totally from operations by 2045. End quotes. So here's a second article on the green energy theme. It's titled 11 Best Alternative Energy Stocks to Buy Now. It's by Usman Kabir and found on InsiderMonkey.com. Here are some brief quotes from Mr. Kabir on each company. Starting at number 11, Ocean Power Technologies, Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 3. Ocean Power Technologies makes and sells systems that generate power by harnessing the energy of ocean waves. 10. Sunworks, Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 3. Markets photovoltaic and battery-based power and storage systems. The stock has benefited from the rising prices for solar cells in the past few months, partly because of supply chain problems that are also affecting other industries. 9. TPI Composites, Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 12. TPI Composites manufactures and sells composite wind blades and related precision molding and assembly systems to original equipment manufacturers. The company is one of the most prominent clean energy stocks to invest in. 8. Canadian Solar Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 13. Canadian Solar designs, develops, manufactures, and sells solar ingots, wafers, cells, modules, and other solar power and battery storage products. 7. Brookfield Renewable Partners, LP. Number of hedge fund holders, 19. Brookfield Renewable Partners LP owns a portfolio of renewable power generating facilities primarily in North America, Colombia, Brazil, Europe, India, and China. It has an impressive dividend profile. 6. Clearway Energy Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 21. Clearway Energy operates as a renewable energy company in the United States. On June 28th, the company announced that it had agreed to purchase a portfolio of operating wind projects from Capistrano Wind Partners. The portfolio consists of 5 utility-scale wind projects. 5. Plug Power Inc. Yes, again. Number of hedge fund holders, 26. Plug Power delivers end-to-end clean hydrogen and zero-emissions fuel cell solutions for various sectors. On September 8th, the company announced that it had secured the largest multi-site electrolyzer order in Europe to date. 4. First Solar Inc. Yes, and again. Number of hedge fund holders, 26. First Solar provides photovoltaic solar energy solutions globally. It is one of the elite clean energy stocks to invest in. On September 19th, the company announced that it had signed a deal to supply 600 megawatts of advanced thin-film photovoltaic solar modules to Azure Power Global, an India-based firm. 3. Solar Edge Technologies Inc. Number of hedge fund holders, 40. Solar Edge Technologies designs, develops, and sells direct current optimized inverter systems for solar photovoltaic installations worldwide. 2. Next Era Energy Inc. Yes, second time here. Number of hedge fund holders, 59. Next Era Energy transmits, distributes, and sells electric power to retail and wholesale customers in North America. The firm is among the best clean energy stocks to invest in. It has consistently paid a dividend to shareholders for the past 32 years. And number 1, Tesla Inc. Yes, again. Number of hedge fund holders, 72. Tesla designs, develops, manufactures, leases, and sells electric vehicles and energy generation and storage systems. The company is one of the most prominent clean energy stocks to invest in. End quotes. Also, a favorite for ethical and sustainable investors is infrastructure. Check out this article titled Best Infrastructure ETFs for Q4 2022. It's by Noah Bolton on Investopedia.com. Now some very brief quotes from Mr. Bolton. 1. SPDR, that's SPDR, S&P Global Infrastructure ETF. This ETF tracks the S&P Global Infrastructure Index, an index comprised of the 75 largest infrastructure-related stocks based on float-adjusted market capitalization. 2. iShares Global Infrastructure ETF. Like the previous fund, this ETF tracks the S&P Global Infrastructure Index. This fund is multi-cap and uses a blended approach, focusing its holdings on companies in developed markets. The utilities and transportation sectors comprise about 79% of the fund's holdings. 3. iShares U.S. Infrastructure ETF. This ETF tracks the NYSE FactSet U.S. Infrastructure Index, which tracks the performance of U.S. stocks in a broad range of areas including energy transport and storage, railroads, construction, and engineering services. End quotes. Now, a couple of articles from the UK, not in any order. Title, The Best Renewable Energy Funds to Buy Now on MoneyWeek.com by Max King. and Best ESG Funds in October 2022 on standard.co.uk by Andrew Michael. Well, these are my top news stories with their stock and fund tips for this podcast: best healthcare, green energy and infrastructure stocks. Now, please be sure to click the like and subscribe buttons on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you download or listen to this podcast. That helps bring these podcasts to others like you. And please click the share buttons to share this podcast with your friends and family. Let's promote ethical and sustainable investing as a force for hope in these very troubled times. Contact me if you have any questions. Thank you for listening. Talk to you next on October 21st. Bye for now. Learn how to create a simple portfolio reflecting your personal values by taking my 1-hour tutorial. Go to investingforthesoul.com/podcasts and click the link in the right-hand column for my DIY Ethical Sustainable Investing Pays tutorial. Now, I'll mention in the podcast if I have any direct interest or holdings in companies or securities I'm talking about. Furthermore, any news, opinions, analysis, or other information offered by myself, as well as references and information to or from other external sources in this podcast, is provided as general market information and should not be relied upon and thus does not constitute investment advice. Investors should consult their own licensed investment professional before making investments. Also, I will not accept liability for any loss or damage, including without limitation any loss of profit, which may arise directly or indirectly from use of or reliance on information in this podcast. Do contact me at ronr@investingforthesoul.com. Signing off, this is Ron Robbins.